So this jacket is totally not waterproof anymore. When you have a rain jacket like this, it's not, the fabric isn't actually waterproof, it's the chemicals that they put onto it that are waterproof. And those chemicals are PFAS, the forever chemicals. Every time you wear it and it rains, a little bit of it washes off and becomes a little bit less waterproof, and those chemicals pollute whatever environment you're in at the time. So I don't know if this is going to work, but I have the Green Budget Guide from Nancy Birtwitzel, and she talks about re-waxing wax jackets that were originally waxed. This was not, but I'm gonna try that method with this. So this is a 100% beeswax candle, and I'm just gonna rub it all over this jacket, especially on the seams. And then I'm going to hit it with a hairdryer. I feel like I didn't get enough coverage with the rubbing of the candle on there, so I cut a chunk of the candle off, and I have a metal lid on the base of this pot, and then the wax is in a glass mason jar, and I'm gonna melt it and then wipe it on there with a rag. As you can see, there's a lot of white all over it from the wax, but apparently it'll go away when I blow dry it. So I'm gonna put it on hot and see what happens. It has an interesting sheen or pattern to it now, but it's not white anymore. Let's see if it is more waterproof. Let's see if it speeds up. I can't believe it, but it worked. The water did not bead up on this before, it just got absorbed in, and you can see everything there's little beads of water everywhere. It looks a little bit deceiving because these darker areas are where the wax is heavier, and it looks like that's like soaked water, but it's not. That's where the wax is heavier. It doesn't feel weird at all. I guess I would call this a partial win, because maybe you wouldn't want this odd sort of pattern on your coat like this where the wax is heavier in some areas. I guess my lesson learned from this experience is I think the best raincoat would be a vintage waxed jacket that is, it's just gonna be so much easier to re-wax if you need to, but from what I hear, it doesn't really need to be re-waxed. So if I need a new jacket, I'm gonna head to eBay and I'm gonna look for a vintage wax jacket, but I would call this pretty much a win. Like, I don't mind the pattern, so a win for me. So I just do want to put a little bit of a disclaimer. This jacket it's a Gore-Tex jacket. Gore-Tex is the bad PFAS. I do not know the safety of heating up Gore-Tex. I'm sure there's still some of the PFAS left on here. It really was not very waterproof, but you know, it retained a little bit of waterproofness before I did this, just a little bit. So I don't know, I'm not a scientist. I don't know if I would recommend putting a hot hair dryer on a Gore-Tex fabric like this. I probably should have had the ceiling fan on while I was doing it. There was no smell, but I just wanted to put this little disclaimer that probably the best rain jacket is going to be a vintage waxed jacket. And yeah, that's it.